There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives us out of fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because he loved us. If anyone says, I love God, yet hates his brother, he is a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. And he has given us this command, whoever loves God must also love his brother.
Amen. Thank you, Carol. That's one of those that is exciting, but it's also kind of heavy. It's like, for me, I just start thinking, okay, is there anyone that I don't like right now? Is there anyone that I'm in broken relationship with right now? 'Cause that's some strong language that John gives us there. And we all know, it's the second commandment, right? It's love your neighbor as yourself. It's printed on our wall outside now, right? And so we all know it. We've all heard it. But it's still, it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. Those people are just so hard to love, right? We hear that. But I think aside from our surrender to God, our just saying, God, let your Spirit live in me, let it change me, and we're going to talk about that more. There's something practical here as well. There's a pattern of thought that I think we tend to hold on to that makes this difficult, and it's this: we judge ourselves by our intentions, but we judge others by their actions. We all know that, we really try, we really want to do the right thing, we want to say the right thing, we want to love our neighbor, and we don't think as much about, how might have I just come across when I was talking to them, because I don't like, I love them, maybe I don't like them so much, or this kind of thing. So how do we change that? How do we change that? Our tendency to look at our intentions, but then they come and say something, maybe it came out wrong, and maybe they didn't mean it, but we immediately think, they're out to get me, like they don't like me at all, How can we reconcile those things? And I think part of it is honesty. Part of it is just saying what it is that that we feel. And John's going to pop something on the screen here, and this is one way I think that we can do that. If you see something good, say it. And we're talking this morning, we're addressing marriage, but we're addressing relationships as a whole as well. Most of these things are going to apply to everyone. And I'll let you know, it should be pretty easy to see when we're talking about marriage as opposed to just friendships. But if you see something good, say it. Guys, just because you said I do a year or 15 years or 40 years ago, it doesn't mean that your wife still knows that you think she's hot. Ladies, just because you're still around, just because you're still hanging out, doesn't mean that your husband still knows that you're really proud of him for what he's done. And those are just examples. But isn't it kind of like, I don't know about you guys. This is just me sharing my own experience. But sometimes I get annoyed when Hannah's like, I can't fit into this thing or whatever, and which I didn't ask her to say that at all, so I might be in big trouble. But I realized later, and so I kind of it's annoying to me because I love the way she looks, but I realized that maybe I just don't tell her that often enough. And so I think that's a lesson, especially for the guys who maybe don't talk as much. If you see something good, say it, say it. Speak up. We've been looking at the Song of Solomon, the Song of Songs, and in chapter 6, if you turn and feel free, Song of Songs 6. And in verses 4 through 9, we see just another example of this guy who's, this is our model couple, right? And once again, we have some praise here. And so song 6, 4 through 9, it says, "You are beautiful, my darling, as Tirzah, lovely as Jerusalem, majestic as troops with banners. Turn your eyes from me. They overwhelm me. Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep coming up from the washing." Oh, and the goats and sheep thing? Yeah. It works. It's good, yeah. No, put it in your own language. Of course, these were shepherds in this day and age. I mean, agriculture was their life at this time. They didn't go to the store for their produce. They went to the field, right? So, and so on and so forth. So you can understand there's, you would maybe choose something different descriptively. But this is just to give you an idea. We're still talking about the teeth. "Each has its twin. Not one of them is alone. Your temples behind your veil are like the halves of a pomegranate. 60 queens there may be, and 80 concubines, and virgins beyond number. But my dove, my perfect one, is unique, the only daughter of her mother, the favorite of the one who bore her. The maidens saw her and called her blessed. The queens and concubines praised her." And once again, and you can read through this book and see, just like we've been talking about for a few weeks now, just all of the ways this guy will just go from head to toe, and the girl the same, back to her lover, and just every part of you is beautiful to me. You've all seen the Love Bank illustration. I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. And we had Butch and Kathy up here and showing them. Well, this is kind of a comparison I came up with. If that's the married couple's love bank, then that would be the college buddies' love bank over on the other side there. It's just a joke. Sorry. Okay. It's like, I think there's something spiritual here, but I'm not sure what it is. Nope, nothing. You can flip on there. It's a lot easier. It's much different when we talk about our relationships outside of the marriage. It's a different kind of deal. You didn't walk down the aisle with your college buddy, so it's like it's much easier. It's much more like the Tootsie Roll Bank, right? I remember playing ball, little basketball. I don't know what you call this game. It's like 3 people though. It's like one-on-one, and I think you can play with more people in basketball. What is it? Knockout. Well, it's more like it's less of the free throw shooting. It's more like if you get the rebound, it's yours, and then you make it and take it. Yeah. 21. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Thank you. These were a couple of guys in my band actually, and one guy was he was just tearing it up. Both of them were beating me. The other guy that wasn't tearing it up was like 6'3" from Nebraska, and he was definitely better than I was. But the other guy was just quick and just had a vertical, and was just really kicking our tails. And my response was, and there's no reason for this. I've never been a great athlete, but my response was just, I was so angry because he was just killing me, and it just made me so upset. And it's embarrassing later because it's like, why can't I just be happy for this guy? Like, he was in the band, and he was a great example as well. 98% of the time in the band, like, he had no natural musical talent whatsoever, but he was a good friend, and he was like really willing to work hard at it. And he was always so patient in those situations. But then we get into a situation where he's obviously, the dominant person in that activity. But I was so angry. Now I think about that, and I'd like to think that now I could just have a good time, have fun, and say, man, great job, dude. Good work.